Hello everyone, welcome to this program Economic for Beginners, presented by me, Miguel Herrada Manrique. In this program, we talk about advantage and disadvantage of financial technology, or more known on Fintech. First question, what is Fintech? Financial technology, commonly referred to as Fintech, refers to use of technology to deliver financial services. Fintech has grown rapidly in recent years and has become a significant force in the financial industry. Here are some advantages and disadvantages of Fintech. First, advantage of Fintech. One, convenience. Fintech has made it easier and more convenient for consumers to access financial services. They can do transactions online or via mobile applications without having to visit a physical branch. 2. Speed. Fintech has increased the speed of financial transactions. Money can be transferred in real time, which has made it easier for business to make payments and to consumers to receive funds quickly. 3. Lower cost. Fintech has reduced the cost of financial service by using technology. Fintech companies have been able to eliminate some of the overhead costs associated with a traditional finance service, such as maintaining physical branches. 4. Improved accessibility. Fintech has made it possible for people who were previously excluded from the financial system to access financial service. For example, people in rural areas who do not have access to traditional banks can use Fintech service to make transactions. Next, disadvantage of Fintech. 1. Security risk. Fintech has increased the risk of cyber attacks and fraud. As Fintech companies store sensitive financial data online, they are vulnerable to cyber attacks from hackers. 2. Lack of personal touch. Fintech has eliminated the personal touch that traditional financial services offer. Customers may miss the face-to-face interaction with bank tellers and financial advisors. 3. Limited consumer service. Some Fintech companies may have limited consumer service options, which could be a problem for consumers who have questions or need help with their financial transactions. 4. Dependence on technology. Fintech companies are heavily reliant on technology. Any malfunctions or downtime of technology could lead to a disruptions on financial services. Next. Conclusion. Overall, Fintech has revolutionized the financial industry and provide many benefits to consumers. However, it is essential to recognize the potential drawbacks associated with Fintech and take appropriate measures to mitigate them. Thank you, everyone. See you next program. Goodbye.